all the things that the Creator has sent down for us to be happy and prosperous. So I'd just like to thank everybody for coming here, and hand it back over to them.
So I'm going to ask all the speakers to speak very loudly. I'm an Onondaga woman, so I have absolutely no problem with that. I'm sure you guys can all hear me very well. First, I just want to thank really quickly a few of the people that are here: the International Indian Treaty Council, the New York City American Indian Community House, the Ramapo Lenape Nation, the Standing Rock Sioux, and Indigenous youth leaders. I'm going to do that in between speakers so that you're not buried with all of that at the end. Our next speaker is a very dear brother of mine, a very close friend of mine, whom I respect greatly. He is a chief of the Ramapo Lenape Nation, which is located very close to here, Chief Dwayne Perry. As you may or may not know, they're also going through something similar on their own traditional territory, with pipelines that are being pushed and forced upon them as well. So I don't want that to be lost in any of this. It is not just one nation. This is representative of nations not only here in the United States, but nations, native nations, indigenous nations all over the world. So with that, I would like to ask Chief Dwayne Perry to come.
Chief Perry of the Ramapo Lenape.
Louder.
It's my ancestors who originally inhabited this land that this great city is on, and created in which also the false narrative of somehow we had traded our life right for a bag of beans. Be it as it meant, I think we did a pretty good experiment here. But moving forward, what's going on in the Dakotas and what seems to have put many, many Americans into some kind of coma with some false sense that it was about racism in Bismarck. What's going on in the Dakotas is corporate terrorism and the onset of American fascism. They are destroying our water, they are destroying our ancestors' homes, they are destroying our people. And it's simply just a road test. Will it fly? As this black snake of avarice moves into New York State, as it leaves Albany with the very same crew, it crosses many rivers and streams, and crosses into the New York aquifer, the New York reservoirs, into the Ramapo aquifer. Once there is a spill, not if but when, the question is not going to be what, if, and when, but what, Mr. Mayor, were you doing when this crime against humanity was being perpetrated? I call upon Mayor de Blasio to not just disinvest the city's interest, but I ask you, Mr. Mayor, to form a coalition of like-minded mayors and politicians to put together a boycott to destroy this snake as it lays.
Well said. He's a very passionate man, and like I said, going through a similar situation in his own territory and trying to protect his own people and their own water sources. This issue affects us all. This is not just an indigenous issue. This issue affects every single one of us and our children and our grandchildren and those yet unborn that are under Mother Earth looking up at us and watching everything that we do. So I want us to keep that in mind, and also keep in mind that we are here, like Chief Perry said, to ask the mayor to divest their money. You know, this is the power that they have over us, over everything. It's like a chokehold, and we need to break free from that chokehold. Our next speaker is another dear brother of mine, Rick Shabayo, who's Kumeyaay Nation and the board chair of the American Indian Community House. Rick is an educator and has many years of experience educating and bringing people together, and an amazing person, and always an activist. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you.